This isn't just glass. These are old computation components. Yes, filament memories. From the time when wires were cast in glass, slides with The how was a closely guarded secret. Something that was locked in safes in human heads across the river where they were. The why is easy, because they hadn't come up with modern silicon-based systems yet. For vitreous car.
So it is. I think it is used to form a single system, slotted in the wall. The rest of the building seems to have been picked clean. These? No. These are old filament memories. I hope
All you will find here. Could this have been the killer's hideout? And this narrow window, this does look like an embrasure. A slit outside the window. The day is clear. And
it's a great place to hide. And Machiavellianism and murder are certainly not mutually exclusive. But there hasn't been anyone here. Indeed. No one could get a clear view.
The lieutenant's voice betrays a slight disappointment.
In fact, I think we're done with this bunker.
A mustachioed and mutton. Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. Aggressive white noise fills your skull. A strange pain, like you've never felt before. Through the static, you hear a woman's voice. It's like 1,000 radio stations are being blasted into your head all at once.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it worse. Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not to make your acquaintance. But here we are.
As she says the word officer, you feel a spike in the agony. It sounds like the entire radio frequency range is screaming directly, "No, buddy, that's not going to help. You can't shield yourself from this. Don't focus on the pain. Focus on doing your job. Tell her she's under arrest."
Really now? Check this out.
You're overwhelmed with a new surge of violent static. It feels like a blood vessel exploded in your brain.
I'm using a pale latitude compressor. You and your partner have been caught in its field. Wow, check out the big brains on you. You're not entirely wrong. A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of make the pale more manageable. With a lot of these, signals are relayed across a series of repeater stations fixed to buoys. Not a fun job manning those stations. All alone out there in the pale, people lose their minds in just a few years.
Sounds like she knew someone who used to man one of those stations. But she won't tell you about her. Boy, you're one empathy.
So, what we are experiencing is a concentration of radio waves.
Precisely. This is an industrial strength paraboloid. It's meant for forcing dimensions on something that doesn't have them. Needless to say, the frequencies used are out of this world. At the upper limit is the large prime number generator station. It's used specifically for pale latitude compression. That's why you may be hearing some numbers. But you might also...
She likes telling you about the machine. Keep her talking. Look for an opportunity to break loose.
I built it myself.
And she's proud of it too.
That's illegal. I'm guessing it's patented.
Oh yeah. Way beyond. No. Once I shut down the compressor, the pain will end. It may take a...
3, 4, 5, 4, 7, 9.
Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it on you. It seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoyed it. The field was weaker, but I can imagine what you're going through. Yeah, let's not talk about that shit. You were hunting me and fell into my trap.
So she thinks of you as hunters, not cops, and of herself merely as prey.
If you've got something really important to say, you could...
2, 3, 6, 1, 8, 9.
Damn this.
God damn it. Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also got a gun, by the way.
The gun she's carrying is a 2-barreled front loader, not like the murder weapon. Well, it doesn't feel much better, but there's only 3 meters between you and the machine. If you be careful when you make your move, that'll be it for questions. Bide your time.
I heard you in the passages, and I've been preparing for quite a while. So you found my shack, huh?
Her tone is bitter. She thinks she's been betrayed.
So nice. That's one knife I didn't want to find in my back. Not anymore, no. This could have turned...
That's her admitting the bullet was an emergency exit.
No, I didn't do it. I only helped stage the lynching, though I doubt that makes much of a difference to you. Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? No, he wouldn't have broken first. Oh. Well, I guess I always knew she was but she couldn't have known I was on the coast. How did you find me?
Titus and his boys, man. He told us you were...
Even now, Kim is a paragon of professionalism. He is trying...
Well, fuck. Those guys liked me, I know it.
$8
How the fuck did the rest of you get by? I did, didn't I? Now you've come for me.
That did make her forgive them. A little.
Like what? I already...
A strong moral compass. She still wants the opportunity to make a case for herself.
I didn't like him. Hardened mercenaries aren't particularly likable types. You think I was envious of his conquests?
See her confident gaze, her toned arms. Yeah, she wouldn't have had much.
Plenty of broken people who don't come with that kind of body count. Besides, yeah, sure. And I didn't like Wild Pine sending it...
I hate to be the bearer of bad tidings. She didn't hate him, okay?
I'm listening. Man, I was with the boys the whole night. I hope they at least bothered to impress that upon me. You mean the length of a toilet break? That wouldn't even have been enough time. Look, fuck you, man.
She speaketh truth.
Wow. Now I'm curious. Please, explain. No. Not since I was 14 and hanging out. Why? Yeah, and probably some ghosts from the time of the suzerain. I'm not really interested in not murder mysteries.
She looks you in the eye, impassively, making it clear that she's not planning to...
The fuck do elevators have? Not particularly. I'm not really into old shit.
God damn it!
So you know she's not an antiques enthusiast. Not my jurisdiction, man. But it also doesn't sound like she used that secret route at all.
Don't know it. But also, the shot couldn't have come from the roof. Or we would have all heard it downstairs.
She has a point.
That didn't go super well. You've got to lay something better on her.
And the gun store, Trigger Happy Jacks. What did you think? That I'm going to squeal on my gun supplier? Sorry, not that. Sure don't.
The breech loader?
No.
This is such a wipeout.
A knocked way 80 front loader.
That isn't it.
Never really got into weapons trafficking. Especially not old weapons. They break too often, and you don't want unhappy customers among gun collectors. Yeah, evidence. I considered her a good friend, yeah. What the hell, man? Yeah, why not? I've gotten worse. Wow. Pissing, pinball, and now peeping. I'm just not following your insinuations, detective. If I want to stare at a pretty girl, I can pick one up at a bar. Or, worst case scenario, look at a naughty photo. Who has time to go skulking about? Nope. Look, she has an effect on people. That, for the same reason that she's everyone's type as an object of desire, she's not Oh, so that's where you were going. That's a very sentimental way of putting it. We both had pasts we didn't want to catch up with us.
The lieutenant watches her,
Okay, fine. I was into her. Clausy was into me too for it.
Clausy only said they maybe kissed. Someone is lying here.
If that's what she wants on the record, so be it. I'm not about to go into details for you to jerk off to.
Seriously, just move on.
Really?
Is that blood on the ground before you? Are your ears?
Yeah, really? She rejected me with some wishy-washy bullshit about how she was confused. I knew that wasn't the whole story, but thought, fine.
No ill will then. It wasn't a problem for her.
Yeah, one time when we'd both been drinking, I said some heated things about how dangerous her patterns with men were. I was a little worried she'd blow it out of proportion in her head. All the drugs she was doing can make you feel... Yeah, the girl seemed terrified. The merc was beyond caring what happened to his mortal core. Go ahead.
And mine too, he thinks. But keep on. This must be...
Who doesn't? Oh, you probably mean Claudia's rooftop. The view's pretty bomb too. But you might say it's very powerful. I used it to tune into RCM frequencies. Yes, I'm sure. And anyway, as I said before, the shot... No. Gifts of flowers and candy aren't really my style. So now I'm leaving revolutionary symbols around? Come on.
Was that pity? For you? She sees your...
I never did understand why, when someone dies, a hothouse is... No, I did not. Yeah? Where?
More questions before doing anything.
How should I know? As I keep saying, he already had a book.
Those rings around her eyes. Her tired voice.
Police radio?
Who hasn't? You know, I can still see him there. He was still warm. But the bluish light coming through the broken window made him look as though he'd been dead for a good long while.
She eyes you warily.
It's okay.
All right, don't kill yourself over it. I was shooting the shit with Hardy and the boys over a few beers. She sits down with a drink, trying to steady her nerves. So I grab a seat next to... Oh yeah, super. But I didn't think too much of it at first. I'd seen her part... No, I really didn't. She's not that easy to read. She asked me to come upstairs. The merc she'd been going with was lying on the bed.
You made it look like he'd been hanged.
What? No.
She looks shaken.
Yeah, in cold blood. It really surprised me. She asked me to help her drag him into the shower so she could wind the shower head around his neck to fake lividity. Then she dressed him while I went to get the Hardy Boys. Yeah, I wasn't sure whether to admire her or be disturbed. As I keep telling you cops, we didn't hear any—
But even if this is true, weren't you worried the lynching might...
War? The thought crossed my mind. But the mercenary—
She doesn't want to talk about this, but not because she has something done.
Fuck it. I'm not responsible for these people after—
Her grip on the gun is tight, her arms toned, her posture solid. Marta lays.
I saw you roll into town. I wasn't about to stick around for questioning by a goddamn la puta madre agent.
That strange, distant fear is getting close now.
Yes, you. Everyone says you're his peon, his human can opener.
Oh, fucking me.
Fucking hell. And why it's especially bad suddenly. Felt like a vein exploded.
Everyone in Jamrock. The cops, the criminals.
If she knows that about you, she must know your real name too.
Harry Dubois. One corrupt motherfucker with the disco pants and a funny tie. Agent to la puta madre.
So she knows your name. That doesn't mean you're on the tape. Criminals, all of this just means that you're effective. Criminals know, I don't know. Sounds pretty convincing to me.
Right. Sure. You don't know. Yeah, sure.
She doesn't.
I'm sure La Puta Madre himself will explain it all.
A man in a white suit walks through a garden coaxed from soil that had once been rows and rows of poppies, most of which have lost their... Taking out a knife, he crouches at the end of one flower bed. He scores a seapot, very gently. Milk...
You know what I did. I fucked him over. And now I have Harry Can Opener in my lair. Fuck it.
Wait, one thing. Possibly small, but she said you rolled into town. Was that you singular or plural? She might know something.
Yeah, you had your death squad with you. What happened to them anyway? Well, it wasn't this scrawny dude. You had 2 guys and a lady. The guys looked pretty buff. Lady wasn't bad. One of the guys seemed chipper, a blonde. The other had a brooding That sound about right?
No idea. Satellite Officer Vic Mayer looks out of the window grimly, then puts his coffee down and turns to Patrol Officer. Let's go home, Jean. Nothing's going to happen today, she responds quietly. Jean takes his blonde wig off. Call Heidelstein. He can give us a ride.
Fantastic. I've got to get on the road. Then you can go find your friends. Unless you have anything... What bunker? Don't know anything about it. No one's been around since I set up camp. But I'm sure I'm not the first vagabond.
Highly poetically centigrade.
You did it. The compressor lies broken on its side. It's quiet in your head again. It still hurts like hell, but... She looks at the machine.
Oh, fuck it. Problem solving.
Ma'am, put...
Oh, yes it is.
You should know the words to say. You've been here yourself. So why is it? Because you've been going around pointing a gun at yourself, trying to answer the same question in vain. No, wait. Finally, it comes to you. Oh. She flashes you an incredulous grin. Then you watch as her brains trickle out through her neon hair.
Fuck.
Our job. It went really bad. And now we need to clean it up.
She died. How can he be so?
Lieutenant Yefreitor Dubois, control your emotions. We did our job. This won't be the worst thing that happens on this case.
There is no coming back from this one. It will stay with you in nightmares.
We are cops. Everything is our fault if we let it be. We clean up. It may take days for processing to pick up her body. That tent there.
The plain red tent stands by dispassionately. The plain you see a rolled up sleeping.
We should put her in the sleeping bag, so the rats don't.
The lieutenant nods. There she lies, cocooned in the sleeping bag, surrounded by empty cigarette packs, books, and half-read magazines. Magazines? You should look through them. Assorted soft covers, mostly pulp horror. A motor carriage lies buried in the snow on one cover.
See anything?
Rager Monthly, Journal of Material Science. You pocket the worn brown leather journal. She watches by.
We should read this immediately, like right now.
A thick journal. The cover is worn like someone used to carry it around in their back pocket. It's made of full-grain leather. The lower left corner of the back cover. Schneller is a stationery brand from Gottwald. She had good taste and must have taken what she recorded here. The journal falls open. About 2/3 of its ruled pages have the large cursive of someone who writes quickly and perhaps too confidently. Many phrases and even paragraphs have been crossed out, with tiny corrections scrawled above and in. It's a mix of logistical notes, diagrams, and personal.
We could learn a lot from this.
Hard to tell exactly. It's mostly noted down in code. Looks like
there could be useful information about local operations in those notes. We have a junior sergeant at my station who's good with codes.
Professionalism is his coping mechanism. Esoteric radio technology. The most recent ones probably pertain to the latitude. Short, wry observations of people and places. Probably a way to pass the time on the road. Staff issues. Always tough on the leadership. You smell traces of... The first entry is from August 2nd of last year. It reads simply, I know my position is precarious. All I can do is make my... Nothing on March 4th. March 5th, though, well, that's bound to come back and bite me in the ass. She is referring to betraying her previous employer. Does this suggest she did it in self-defense? That name isn't mentioned as small wonder. Would you talk about La Puta Madre in your journal? You do see an M, though. La Puta Madre? M is mentioned on March 9th. And great. M's peon is coming to town, no doubt to investigate the lynching. But also, I feel it in my gut to finally put a bullet in my head. While I'm napped, then again, isn't that what I've been doing ever since I got... Things played out just as she had feared. Except it's in you to do something like this. Kill her. Physically, at least. You could pull the trigger if you had to. Yes, you could. You'd pull it one... No, stop. He wouldn't do that. Been holed up here for 3 days now. I'm used to being alone and all, but I don't know when I'll be able to leave. Or if did M feel truly betrayed by me? I was feeling threatened. He'd have to know if he threatened people, they'd take measures to protect themselves. Even I know that. The entry ends. That must have been one hell of a conversation. The most recent entry, even when I leave here, if I leave here alive, what's my next move? Staging a lynching is a crime, even if I'm not accused of murder on top of that. Forever on the run. Not really my idea of the open road. Man, I was really looking forward to winning.
I don't think she killed the mercenary. It looks like she might have been...
This whole thing was a detour. And don't get emotional.
She was in plenty of trouble, even without the murder charge. No, I don't think you are. Ask someone in your precinct if you want to be sure. The head of a major Jamrock gang, specializing in...
He's not 100% sure you're not indebted to this very, very bad person.
Classio was the one who pointed the finger at Ruby. Perhaps she was trying to steer us away from herself. Maybe she had an accomplice. Either way, one thing is for certain. We have business back in the whirling in rags. Quick.
Our tenant, the policeman.
Stop. Now. It is crisis. Death. Be prepared. Make sure you have your fingers reflexively reach for the Villiers 9mm pistol in your pockets.
Then you'd better get ready, whatever happens.
The hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane. Bronze-colored ribbons of magnetic tape are just like promised. You've stood here for what seems like eons, guzzling the sickly fumes of lorries and carriages. Patting the tree reveals a small sticker which has almost been worn to oblivion. You tree hug. The bronze ribbon twists around, and there's a twisted logic in this mess. You see the ends of the ribbon. The hawthorn tree is disappointed by your betrayal and psychopath. The pain, it is nothing. Revel in it. Absorb it. Gain power from it. Good. Everyone must suffer. You...
Had enough assaulting Madalena?
The gnarled hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane. A wintry breeze blows by. With slow and deliberate motions, pulling, it curls up into a mess inside your pocket. If only you could find maybe Roy from the pawn shop.
What's the tape for? How? It's spoken and unspooled. Do you think your new buddy knows how to fix it? You could also get it fixed at the pawn shop across the street.
Good idea. He might have the tools. The tape projector in the pawn shop.
I'm all out of shits to give, loincloth. Welcome to the fucking reckoning. Put your damn gun down. Shut up! You're not gonna talk yourself out of this, loincloth.
This is the scab leader. His chest rises and falls under the ceramic breastplate. There's something very...
Shh.
This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened yet. You can just return to your...
The Kipt is merciful, willing to spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander. I think we...
You are all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street?
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it. I know, guys.
He is facing overwhelming...
peaceful.
Nest in your abdominal cavity like a little wild mouse.
Fuck. There are 3 of them. I was hoping there would be... less.
This third one, he is the most dangerous of them. The lieutenant is genuinely worried for his life. You should consult him before getting in there.
if this turns into a firefight.
A sound strategy. He's the...
My plan is not to get killed, but we have to intervene.
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some justice.
I think he's calmed down a bit. No, he didn't. He's about to open fire. You can't think that...
Pig fuck!
Oh, people are gonna die today. We're not leaving it like this.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the gun...
With a wordless gurgle, the leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. Suddenly, the grip of your... Shoot him in the mouth. Shoot him before he shoots you. No, wait. It's good you have that gun. It really is. Just soften him up first. Present an argument. Peace. Always peace. It has worked thus far. Start with the first idea you have, then move down from that. Please.
Yeah? Who did then? How fucking convenient. You think I'm fucking stupid, cop? How about the kid? Tell me, it was a magic fucking...
Listen, please. This cop and this...
He's gonna do it. He's gonna shoot her. The Hardy Boys confessed to hanging him, all together. Titus said we took him out back and hanged him. He said it loud, in a public place.
You're lying.
A Kiel Model 40 revolver.
You heard wrong. She and these men have been helping us find the shooter.
Fucking liars.
The shot rings in your ears, a low, tinny ring. The young woman stands and looks behind her. The shot has flown over her head.
I missed.
Not true. He purposefully over-aimed and shot the window. You had...
I know what I heard, Corty. They said they killed him. They said it was a good way to end...
That doesn't sound good. You need to change... What topic? Shots have been fired. Act before it's too late. This was a close call. Dangerous. Ask about him first. You don't want personal facts about his dead friend coming out of your mouth. He has to start.
Yeah, I don't fucking act so well. Laylee had a hard-on for making faces for you natives. Sergeant Major Raoul Cortiner, reporting in to burn this fucking mud hut to the ground.
As he moves, the interlocking pieces of his armor click, click, click. The realization comes to you, like a picture puzzle coming together. His name is Raoul Cortiner. The dead man's name is Elise. No, probably foster brothers. Elise was put into...
For killing, maiming, and humiliating our commanding officer. You're all sentenced to death by lead.
Who?
Laylee.
We researched him. We contacted the ICP and looked at his birth records.
They fucking put Laylee in a leaf compactor, and now
There's real anguish.
It's a mindfuck, Corty. He wasn't put...
Open fire. We can't have that. Interfere now.
Baby blue, yeah. Like someone fucked up and put a baby's eyes on a grown. It was creepy, but bitches like that shit, I guess. Or, I don't know what bitch. Fuck do you...
We've heard testimony. People say he was charismatic. And
Yeah, he liked to chat up the natives. Share leaflets. If Laylee was here, he would spare the lot of you. Maybe shoot one for show. But me...
Ready to open fire, Major.
He wasn't my fucking brother. We just grew up on the same farm and got beat into place by the same sick fuck.
Beaten by a foster parent or someone on the farm?
Same fucking mud hut town, too.
Okay, good.
Find his killer. Cop. His killer. I know what this tactic is, Silo Sam. You're gonna die for them. Right here.
Big talk, but that leaf compactor won't leave his mind anytime soon. It's a small thing, but it got him off center.
Who the fuck is that?
Glacia, the woman upstairs, where is she?
She left! What am I doing? My fucking establishment is under fire! You know how much windows cost? She left! Her room's cleaned out! Right before these assholes showed up!
We should have arrested her.
You can feel how upset he is with himself.
Hey, Bushman! Your little cunt isn't gonna help you out of this one! Yes. So what? Nah. I'm clear as day.
Enough already! What is this? We didn't come here!
Interrupt me again and I will execute you on the spot, Lance Corporal. You think I care what that company cunt thinks? She's fucking gone! She fucking sailed off. You're alone. Stay cool! Don't do any— The company bitch is gone. Laylee's cunt is gone. Laylee's gone. Fuck are we still doing in this shithole?
Guys, I just get in the way. I don't even have a gun!
Hold your ground. Any more of you run, I'll shoot you myself. We're doing this together.
They're afraid. All of them. Trembling reeds in the... No, the rest will stay. They would hold their ground, even if it means dying here with you. All right, here we go. This is an illegal tribunal. Krenel would never sanction this. Who's the commanding officer? Take your pick.
Me? I fucking told you. I'm a Krenel Major with 15 years of live combat experience. Nah, I just have the biggest gun.
Technically, the other man has the biggest gun. But we're beyond that now.
King Reaper. You're right. But you see, I want it to end in blood.
Okay, it's not much. But he's thinking about... Now fire! Fuck them up. Do it. The muscles on your back tense up. A plume of smoke and fire erupts from the gun, and your hand goes numb from the explosion. The smoke drifts west with the wind. You hear the plaza erupt in violence. slow like a waterfall in reverse. His lips, moving, swollen with fear, are trying to say, shoot him, but he can't. To your right, the killer raises his rifle and takes aim at you. His moves are steady, but the long barrel of the rifle sways slowly. From the corner of your eye, you see he's trying to find a straight line of sight before the rifleman can take you out. You stare down the barrel of the gun. You see rude smoke. 0.4 seconds remain. There are 6 little black dots in the tip of the barrel. Absolute destruction. God, you're so frail. Too frail to think further. Time is running out. A low shot rings. You feel a tapping, like rain on your chest plate. Heavy drops of rain. Then the sound of dice rolling as the cuirass distributes the shot evenly. You got hit. The armor took most of it, but still your ribcage burns. Feels like blood is slowly seeping.
God, please.
He's aiming for the eye slot in Rude's helmet, and he has to. The rifleman will fire. 2 shots ring at once. One from the lieutenant's pistol, and the other from de Paul's. It's aimed at the lieutenant, but it misses. Blood gushes from the helmet's eye sockets as Rude, an unbelievable shot from the Glenn, dying in a puddle of blood behind you. His mangled torso has 2 gunshot wounds.
Oh God, watch out!
You see 2 crazed eyes stare at you through all the smoke and the panic. With blood gushing from his face, the man raises his pistol at you. Then he squeaks. The look of vengeance, framed in blood, lips shake. Here it comes. Death. You can't. There is no time. Something inside your pelvis explodes. Your entire lower body is on fire, and your legs can't support you. The Hardy Boys are screaming, fighting, dying.
Stop! The cop! Protect the cop! He's down!
Warm blood pools underneath you.
Don't go into shock. Hold on.
Most of what's down there. It's all gone. Open your... No. It's just a fear. Even if... Nothing. A persisting darkness. Dancing lights of pain. Distant shadows cast by them.
You're bleeding out. Stay with me. Yes, keep talking. You hear me?
But you can't. It's so hard. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the sounds a slender white shadow towering. Someone stands there, raising her pistol at him. The lieutenant does not see it. He's pushing down on your wound with both hands. No, you scream. Behind you, from your bloody lips. Your eyes are... There is no room for hesitation. The lieutenant turns around and fires. You hear a faint scream, a woman's. Then the sound disappears, like someone pressed.
This is death. One more door, baby. One more door. Brother, you already were. It's the living who are ghosts. The dead are silent. They don't rattle windows or write letters in blood. The living.
The fight? There is no fight. The fight is over. He's not taking it. His body is not taking it. And rotting. And being disinfected. And
He can't go. There is a radio in the distance. A radio of the world.
hours turn to days. Soon we will.
The engine of a caprice.
No, it was him. He is the infernal engine. Can't you see?
You see the lieutenant's familiar shape in the orange jacket. It turns double, then triple, from the pain. It's nothing. You're alive. That's what matters.
Sunrise, Parabellum. Mr. Gart cleaned it. It took him an entire day. 2 days, in and out. You've been up enough to take Dramamine and curse. And it's not ouch time yet. You just got the Dramamine pill an hour ago. Wait.
Dramamine. Then it's not that bad. Neither surgical nor organ damage bad. But still.
Sunrise, Parabellum. Sunrise, prepare for war. It's an old revolutionary saying. It served you well. The gates of the harbor are boarded up. The streets are a little more empty. I think we may have held it off, for now. Barely. Yes, we have also completely failed, but that's okay. What happened? You shot the major in the... Yes.
A blood-stained killer.
You're an officer of the RCM. As retaliation, the rifleman tried shooting you. He hit the cuirass. I heard it go up.
He sounds a tiny bit sorry. He did not find it.
I shot and wounded him, while Glenn took a bullet in the spine. It was meant for me.
This is not the first person to die.
Titus, Fat Angus, and Theo charged. Angus and Theo did not make it. They both died before they made it to intensive care. Titus survives. So do Alain and the musician. I forget his name. Yes, you were bleeding out by then. I think you said something about your wife, and you warned me. I was able to disarm one of them.
Thank you.
I killed her. And that's what happened.
He nods.
This is the one. The Pole was the last to die. Everhart had their bodies returned to Krenel for a funeral. The company is yet because we deterred them? Or Joyce did? Maybe the harbor in full lockdown is too costly. Maybe they are simply taking their time and will attack soon. I don't know. 3. Glenn, Theo, Angus. The fat one. He took a lot of bullets. And Theo, he was just too old for combat. All. Yes, officer. 6 people are...
+1.
But what's done is done. The violence is cordoned off. The mercenary tribunal is neutralized. And...
He did not expect you both to survive once you stepped between.
Reasonably bad. You were shot in the left quadriceps. That's your thigh. It appears no major arteries were nicked. The bullet was removed and the bacteria... The bruising in your shoulder is negligible. The armor took the brunt of the fire. We will see. No.
A man and a woman sit in the front seat of an armored motor carriage. The woman is driving. The man lights a cigarette. Jean Vicmer, back to that shithole, he says.
I called your station after the fight. The injury was logged in. They told me they've sent officers to join you on the site. I'm sure they're worried about you. I did. No need. Not very. I have a concussion from that woman beating me with the butt of her gun. Things would be worse if you didn't warn me. Thank you. I did not see her Easy now.
You can take it. Just...
How are you?
The lieutenant looks at you. He thinks you should sit back down. Back straight now.
I honestly don't know. We can't talk to Everard. The harbor is in lockdown. Everyone in there is outside our grasp now. Joyce has left too. Yes, Joyce Messier. On the boat, you know? She could have helped us. It's clear the mercenaries were working for Wild Pines. At least partially. Guard confirmed she left 20 minutes prior to the tribunal showing up. I don't know. I think the theory you presented, it's someone else, outside our circle of suspects, was right. Honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible suspect. What? Every piece of garbage in the city is not connected to the case.
He's wrong.
Okay. Don't be narcissistic. Half the cops in Revachol West are his peonies.
That does make some sense.
I don't know. That's been there for years. Yes, God cursed the footprints, not solving the case for us. Au diable. We should go upstairs, rethink the ballistics in situ. I agree with this. What else? It's extremely easy. There are thousands lying around. We found one. All completely unusable. It's precisely how easy it is. We could find thousands more if we wanted.
But they seemed so mysterious.
No need to be melodramatic. What is? Something.
He arches his brow. The ceiling fan patiently spins overhead.
I'm listening. I'm ready to hear what you think about solving crimes. It really is...
He sounds surprisingly... That concussion must be making him dizzy.
No. Are you ready to limp? Good. Where do you want...
A gust of wind blows in from the bay. The duraluminum box around you vibrates imperceptibly. A familiar cold, a red thread on...
Why not? Another look at the window, perhaps? The one he was shot through. I don't know. I can't think of anything better.
These papers bear the stamp of the...
I had Garth open the door to your room. You were running a low bacterial fever the first night. It would have been easy were it not for my concussion.
The bathroom mirror has been wiped completely clean. You see the reflection of yourself in the mirror, the expression fixed to your clean-shaven face. Next to the stack of bills, you see a note. A few lines. I'm sorry, I fucked everyone over. Pierre.
A gift. I am not drawing my gun.
He says he's not, but his hand moves instinctively. Just don't walk into another room. Relax. Not everyone is out to trap you.
It's hardly surprising.